ASMR friends. Locos and I are back. Here, Locos, say hi to the people. This is going to be a whispering and eating video. It's Thursday evening, and I literally have to whisper tonight because while I've been having a cold, I also had some laryngitis, and my full voice sounds really funny. I'll show it to you right now. Here's what my full voice sounds like. Logos. So it's kind of deep, and in any event, some people want me to do a full voice video, but now is not the time, I think. So I'm gonna whisper. Some things never change. We're glad to be back. We're glad to be feeling good, and we've got some really good food here tonight. Chicken in my ear. That's all. That's it. So I've got a few. Tomorrow, Friday, is new subscriber appreciation night, and all that entails. But I have a bunch of delayed shout-outs that I have to give. Some of them are to new people, and some of them are not. But we're going to get to that as well. And I had a couple of thoughts on a few things, so we're going to ease back into things. If Logos lets us. Okay, this is it. That's absolutely it. Okay, no more chicken. Let me show you what I have for dinner. It's a really good dinner, homemade. I took panko and I coated salmon fillets with panko and then fried them up, sauteed them up, and hopefully you can see that there. This is the salmon. And I took 2 rolls and I grilled them. On one side I have some nice heirloom tomatoes. On this side I made a really good homemade pineapple, jalapeno, and cilantro and lime salsa. So that's on top of the salmon and the bread and the tomatoes. And then also I roasted up a bunch of really cute little Yukon Gold potatoes. Really good. Along with some of the pineapple that I had left over. And these really cool mini bell peppers. You can eat the seeds and all. They're so good. So, hopefully you can see that. This pineapple salsa is really, really good. So that's dinner. And to drink I have lemonade, fresh squeezed lemonade. I'm so glad to be back. A very a nice new commenter, viewer, just recently sent me this afternoon a request. I've been getting a lot of interesting requests, but the request was essentially not to I can't even say it, not to laugh while I'm eating. And I told them it's like asking me not to cry when I'm sad. First of all, I'm nervous as heck, staring at myself, stuffing my gob with delicious treats, and I find it funny, so I laugh. And secondly, it is a sort of nervous laughter because the situation is a little bit odd. Not bad odd, but good odd. In any event, I think I understand what they were getting at. They were being nice about it, but I don't think I can control that as much as people think I can. Now Logos is just running roughshod over things behind the camera. Okay. Let's see. Let's do these shout outs. Whispers for You has another channel now called ASMR Tasty Tingles. Tasty Tingles. And it's really good. She sets up a really interesting atmosphere. Lots of woods, lots of colors, and everything is very much environmentally, aesthetically pleasing. And she, of course, her chewing and her food look great, and her whispers are great. But I highly recommend that station if you haven't tried it out yet. So that's your shout out. Greg Botel or Botel. I gather you're originally from France, and he's the fellow of Sarah 54754. So welcome, and yeah, that's cool. You guys are cool. April Showers. That's a really swell username. Shakun, like Domokun. I've given you a shout out before, but I felt like saying your name again. Jake Soares, I've owed you a shout out and a hello and a thank you for a long time now. I don't know what to do with my hands. Serenity 1704, I think you're new. Hello. Finally, Jamie Edmonds, I was getting you confused with another Jamie. So, Jamie Edmonds, this is your moment. RGP0429. RGP0429. And, seems to be a very nice person. And, I do know that they are studying, to work in the same or similar profession as me. And they're working towards their master's in family therapy, in marriage and family therapy, and that's you've got your PhDs, you've got your MFTs, who are marriage and family therapists, and they are licensed and accredited, and they do much of what a psychologist, or it's more than counseling. It's they're licensed to do therapy and psychotherapy. And it's a good profession, so congratulations on that. Josh Rambler, who wants to be called Big Josh. Okay. Hey, Big Josh. Sarah Belker. Am I pronouncing that right? Sarah Belker. You always have nice things to say, and interesting things to say. My man from Austria, Pascal Gass. Hey, buddy. What's going on over there? I want to come visit. Juan Sanchez. Hey, Juan. Welcome. It's CPG. That's his name. Her name. It's CPG. And I think they recently got their wisdom teeth removed and have had to be eating like soft foods and liquids. So here's to hoping you're chewing and biting very soon. NLK. I know very little about NLK other than that they are cool. Dustin the Realist. Same thing. You'll pop in when I least expect you, and you always have interesting things to say. Eileen Ortega, hi. I think you're new. The ASMR YouTuber. I think you're kind of new, but if you're not, welcome, and glad you're here. Ashley Hefner, hi there. Sir Giggles. That should be my nickname, Sir Giggles. But, Sir Giggles, welcome. Jennifer M. She gave me some advice about getting my throat back in shape involving cider vinegar, so thank you, and I did try it, and maybe that's why I can talk tonight. Let me try my full voice again. This is this is my full voice. Uh, you know, I once had a couple of girlfriends, not at the same time, but I had a couple of girlfriends who actually liked when I had laryngitis because my voice went much lower, and but it was nothing to build a relationship on because it only happens about every 5 years. Violet Rose, hi. Alvaro, who I knew as AR 15mm Delta. Hey Alvaro. Kalina Haumi, or Kalina Haumai, or Kalina Haume. All three of you, hi. Oisha Mundell. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I liked your avatar, and I like your name. Boston Girl. Hey, Boston Girl. Boston. Someone told me my Australian accent sounds more like I'm from Boston. Oh, I have a new Australian accent. Let me try this. And I'm not trying to make fun of any nationality or any accent. I just like trying accents because I'm so bad at them. Let's see. Also, I've noticed Australian men seem to say the word girl a lot in their conversation. Like, hey girl, what's wrong with the boozer? I think the boozer is a pub. Hey girl, what's wrong with the boozer? Jennifer Vadi, hi. Matthew Scarberry, welcome. We've got a lot of Matts and Matthews around here. And Wonderland Makeup, you said something very nice. I can't remember what it was, but I do remember it was very nice, so welcome. Oh, I got other stuff to talk about, but I'm gonna eat some stuff first. Logos has left the room because there's no more chicken. I'm just eating with my hands and a knife tonight. That is not nail polish, by the way. Potato. It's good. Pineapple. The roasting really brings out the sweetness in the pineapple, as you're probably well aware. And these really good peppers. Now the moment of truth, the sandwich. Here we go. Here we go. I've got the warm potatoes and roasted peppers, and the olive oil on them, and sea salt, wilting some arugula. I can't tell you how pleased I am with this salmon. It is just so so tender. So, I felt well enough today that I was at work. Roasted pineapple. For some reason, recently my YouTube message function has been really sketchy. I don't know if it's peculiar to me and my phone, or that's just how it is, but if anyone has sent me a non-comment message, chances are that I've read it, but I haven't been able to get back, so I'll keep trying. Well, everything is basically unrecognizable now. This wonderful salmon. When I came home today, my car's outer exterior thermometer read 111 in October. So, I was thinking about how the world works. I don't know if you've ever seen a TV show, a cable show called Chopped. I haven't seen it too much, just a handful of times. Ice. In my teeth. But the idea seems to be that chefs have to create a three-course meal, and each time they prepare a course, they're given a picnic basket with very unexpected, sometimes incongruous with each other ingredients, like molasses and pomegranates, or rabbit and grapes, and they have to use their creativity to make it into something tasty and coherent in a limited amount of time. And it occurred to me that's sort of how the world works in general. Every day when we wake up, we open our picnic basket, and whether it's the appetizer, the entree, or the dessert, we're faced with new ingredients circumstance may thrust our way, and we don't know. And even if we did know what circumstance would be thrust our way, we don't know beforehand how we would react. And in the show Chopped, as I said, there's an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert course. And it occurred to me that those categories in how the world works is sort of how we, it's sort of an initial template of how we deal with relationships. Essentially, that people that we are meeting and are new to us or are strangers, we sort of prepare the appetizer for them to show them a little bit of who we are, a little bit of what the potential is, and what is yet to come. Our family and friends, the people that we trust and we see most often, they're the entree. They're the ones who, I hesitate to use the term the meat and potatoes, but they are the substance of the meal. We see them most often. We're most familiar with them. We're pretty sure of our likes and dislikes, and even when there are dislikes, since they are long-term relationships, we somehow learn to make those parts fit together as best we can, or I would think that we try to. And then there's the dessert course, and these are maybe perhaps for the special people in our lives, whether they are new or whether they are people we've known a long time, the ones who we literally offer the sweetest part of ourselves to. And even though the elements may be very disparate, as I said, maybe it's pomegranates and molasses, somehow we find a way to make that work because it's the part of us that we want to share, that we hope people, when they go their own way, that they will remember, and it will be the last thing on their palate, so to speak. So that's some thoughts I had on how the world works. Pepper. Stem, sorry. I feel so much better today. For any of you going through similar things, and basically everyone I know has told me that they either have or know someone who has had sort of a short duration cold where they thought they were getting better, and then they developed bronchitis or something like that. So I'm trying to prevent that. I've been sleeping about twice as much as usual. I usually get about 3 or 4 hours sleep. I've been getting about 7 or 8. There's some more of that salmon. These are really baby potatoes. this roasted pineapple came out so good. Someone asked me if I'd ever consider a tapping video. I haven't seen a lot of tapping. I've seen like fingernails, long fingernails on like glass. I've seen people like run their hand against the bristles of a brush, but I don't know if that's what people are talking about. I need to do some research on that. I've thought of doing a hair video, a brushing hair video, or maybe putting my hair into a couple of braids. But there are so many people who are already doing such a great job of that. I don't think I have too much to offer other than maybe some humor at my attempts. Liz Foster has a really great channel, and she is a natural at airbrushing and hair flipping, and I can't recommend that too much. She's very good, and she also does food and whispering too. I had one more thought. It's going to be an odd thought. Every time they come up with a new upgrade of a device, whether it's an iPhone or a laptop or any type of device, people's tendency is to upgrade because there's usually stuff on it, at least to my understanding, that makes it seem better and more suited to your life. And I was wondering, not along the lines of a conspiracy theory, but just in terms of a very interesting synchronicity. It's like artificial intelligence wants us to fall in love with it, but it being non-human, the way that it has to do it is getting us to fall in love with upgrades. And oh, isn't this camera more beautiful because it takes better pictures, or this particular device has a much better applications to it, or it can store more, or it's smaller, or it's larger. And it's very much like artificial intelligence has found a way for us to fall in love with machines by constantly improving them so very well that we find them so integral to our life. Sounds pretty much like a relationship to me. I'm not talking about, robots, that robots who look like us or anything like that. I'm talking about a device. And I guess there was a movie a couple of years ago with Joaquin Phoenix where he fell in love with some type of artificial intelligence or application. And but it just seems like our lives really are escalating towards learning to love the machine. And I suppose there's nothing wrong with that, as long as that's supplemental to learning to love each other and our animal friends and all sentient beings. Anyway, what a way to come back passes, and I feel much better, and I'm glad to be here, and Logos was glad to be here. So glad that she's taking a nap, and tomorrow is going to be new subscriber appreciation night, and I always forget to shout out people, so if I forgot someone tonight, I'll try to do better at the next opportunity.